and shine. Pour yourself a cup of coffee and tune in to Good Morning Aurora. News, weather, and really cool interviews. Monday through Friday from 8 to 9 a.m.
Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. The time is 7:59 a.m. You're listening to and watching Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. It's Wednesday the 21st, and it's really nice outside. You know, as soon as you come out, the sun is shining. It's really nice, and birds chirping and all that. At least in the tree by my house. You know, I don't know if you're waking up to no noise at all or crickets, but, you know, the birds chirping will really set your day on fire. It's going to be 89 degrees today, so enjoy this beautiful Wednesday. We've got a great show for you guys today. We're going to have a fantastic discussion. If you like coffee, teas and juices, you guys got teas and juices, right?
We do. We do have teas and juices.
Right. Y'all got sandwiches too, right?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, y'all got the flatbreads?
Flatbreads, no.
No, paninis?
No.
No?
But we can flatten anything if you want. Just flatten.
Like, man, you see what they did to my iced coffee? They put it, right? They froze it, then they flattened it
We
again.
have a waffle iron. We can just shove it in there.
Absolutely. We've got our friends of Endiro Coffee with us. Mr. Cody Lorance is here, and Wendy Lopez as well. Good morning to both of you people.
Good morning.
They are Endiro recently won the Aurora Regional Chamber of Commerce Business Excellence Award for, was it medium-sized business? Medium-sized business. It was a great night, actually. The food was great, and I was the MC. Yeah, that felt real good. You know, they had me on the mic and everything, and it was really cool to deliver an award to a person I had already interviewed, so that really felt really good. So congratulations to you guys on the win.
Yeah, thanks for fixing it for us.
Absolutely. Sprinkle a little bit of magic on that. So we're going to be talking about coffee and everything great. But Wendy here, you recently just won General Manager of the Year?
Correct, yes.
Okay. How's that feel?
It's definitely exciting.
Okay.
And unexpected for sure.
Okay. Well, that's good. You got to shout out to the team. Right, it's
For
all
sure.
about the strength of the team. So congratulations to you. You're GM at the Aurora location.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So Cody, the last time you and I talked, we talked about shipping and all of that other great things.
Yeah, we got pretty nerdy. I think
Yeah,
that's
we
when
did.
50% of your viewers just kind of dropped out.
We got deep and nerdy. So before we get into the nitty gritty, how have you been? How have you been since last we talked, man?
Okay. Learning a lot about myself, and yeah, I mean we're still in business, which is still something we need to celebrate,
right?
You know, because unfortunately not everybody gets to say that,
right?
So that's good, but business is not. It doesn't get easier, you know. It's there's more challenges, new challenges now and stuff, but a year older,
right?
And well into middle age. Are you older than me yet? Or not yet?
Boy, I hope not. I just had a birthday, actually. I just turned 41.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thank you, my man. Thank you. Getting my AARP and all that ready, you know.
You're catching up.
The senior meal, you know.
Getting ready for those discounts.
Exactly. So, yeah, another trip around the sun, right? 1 year wiser and everything.
I hope.
Yeah.
I think the older I get, I think wisdom is directly related to the realization of how foolish you are.
I agree with that.
You know,
I
you
do
just
agree
get
with
older and you think, oh man, I'm an idiot, and the more you realize that, the wiser you get.
Absolutely. You become proud to learn more, and you become aware of the fact that, like, you know what, I don't have all the answers, but here I'm going to be a better person by seeking out, by asking those questions, and by taking a step back, chilling, And then,
isn't that funny? It's like it's such the opposite of what you kind of get programmed to think. You think that being wise is about knowing more than anybody else,
and it's totally
but
not.
It's like it's realizing your lack of knowledge.
Right. Was it Euripides who said a wise man knows that he doesn't know all? Was it Euripides?
Yeah, that sounds like Euripides.
That sounds like Euripides.
Yeah. You heard about what
this is really deep already.
Yeah,
it's only like 8:04. Dang, we're on philosophy and all that. I know you guys enjoying this. Yeah.
You heard what the Greek tailor said to the lady who brought a ripped dress, and she was like, I don't know what to do with this ripped dress. And he said, Euripides, Eumenides.
We don't have a what's the corniest button we got? We don't have one. That'll work right there. That'll work right there.
Okay.
So we're fully caffeinated, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen. So how many years has Endiro been around now? Or at least in Aurora location?
In Aurora, we've let's see. What's that? 6 years.
Yeah, 6 years. Wow. Yeah. I remember, and you guys are on New York Street, right across from Ballydoyle. The patio's lovely. I haven't been in there in a few months, but I know, right? Damn. Like Curtis sucks, man. He's got Duncan, not on camera though.
Exactly.
I had Duncan this morning. They came in and ripped me a new one about it. I know. I know. But I love the location. And you guys are doing really good things. So the summertime is going to be really nice for people to sit out there on the patio on the side and chill and relax. Is the downstairs open?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah. So Wendy, what's your story? Where you're from Aurora?
Well, I've been in Aurora for about 20 years now.
Okay. Yeah. All right. That's long enough to be here. You know,
I
got a mailing address here, Curtis.
Honestly, I really consider myself an Aurora.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. East side or west side?
East side.
Okay, very cool. I live on the east side now, so I'm proud to represent and know more east siders. Congratulations. So how did you become part of the team of Endiro?
I actually joined the team back in December of 2020, so like pandemic area.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
I started there as a cook.
Okay.
Yeah.
From cook to GM.
Yeah, that's
Started
crazy.
from the bottom, now we're here. That's what's up. That's good though. That's good. Well, you need that. That shows it shows dedication, longevity, right? Yeah. So congratulations to you. Congratulations.
I really enjoy it there. I've met a lot of really cool people, and working with Cody and seeing how much it's changed since I started there. It's crazy.
Yeah, in just this little bit of time since the pandemic. Wow. The time is 8:06 a.m. Look at all these great people here. Saul Olivas is here. Good morning to you, Saul Olivas. Who else we got in the chat? Juan Cayetano. That was a dad joke, Norma Peterson. We got good dad jokes. Yeah, we do. We do. Jen Mendoza says, good morning, GMA friends. Good morning to you, Jen Mendoza. Get to know Wisos, Norma Peterson, Kristen Garrick, Jennifer Ryan Mayton. So many great people. A lot of fans of Endiro. A couple of you guys, we've had coffee together, right? When you walk in, the table's on the right. Sometimes we sit in the front, I love the place. I love the ambiance in there, too. So medium-sized business. Was this the first Excellence Award you guys won?
You know the answer to that. We won last year. You interviewed me last year.
Was that? It was the same thing.
It was the small
business.
We won for the small size business last year.
Okay. Oh wow.
So that's the I think the story there that we would like to to kind of push forward is just we won last year, and that was part of and seeing the requirements to. Like, how do you qualify to be a medium-sized business? That kind of inspired me a little bit to add some extra jobs.
Gotcha.
I mean, I don't know why. I get inspired by trophies. So, because I didn't win any when I was a child. I was a loser. So we got up to the qualification, the level where you could be considered a medium-sized business, and we went for it again. And
I completely forgot that we did talk on the heels of you winning that. I thought we just were having a general.
We just got together.
I thought we were just two homies, just to talk about shipping and unfair labor practices worldwide. That's what I
do that. We can do that anytime.
That's the kind of stuff I like talking about anyway. All right, Matthew Rainey is here. Good morning from Rent a Chef. Good morning to you guys as well. The time is 8:08. What are the fan favorites and top sellers that you guys have
Wendy,
at
you have to jump on this
Endiro?
one.
What do people come in and they're like, "Yo, I want my what? It's not here."
Before it was a different drink that had blackberry syrup. Now it's
That was the black tie, right?
the black tie mocha.
And
It was a fan favorite, and now it's our sticky bun latte.
Sticky bun latte.
Sticky bun latte.
Oh my goodness gracious, that sounds really good. Is there an actual sticky bun that complements it and goes with it, like an actual pastry
It
that
does
you guys
not,
push?
but we do have our amazing snickerdoodles that we bake in house. So
Okay, all right, very good. That sounds good. What happened to the black tie? Is it ever going to come back?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
nothing leaves forever. It just gets rotated out. I don't know why I think you guys were whining about something about it. I don't know.
Well, that was the only item that had blackberry syrup in our drink menu, so we were like, it's a little bit.
Whack.
Well, I didn't like it personally, but like I said, we did have a lot of people that were like, "Why did you take it off?"
Okay, all right,
It'll come back.
all right.
eventually.
Now, you guys, what's going on with community events and anything? Is Endiro going to be the spot for any great activities? The community fridge is one thing that we also talked about last time. Kudos to you guys for having the community fridge there. That's a very good way to help those in the community who could use fresh food from time to time.
Yeah, and Wendy does most of the kind of management of that from our side, but it's primarily a food pantry, interfaith food pantry, and Indivisible Aurora.
Right.
But it's still going. Lots of families depend on it. So I had the number. It was I don't know. It's kind of gotten to where it's thousands and thousands of pounds of food that go through that fridge every month. It's crazy.
That's awesome. I love seeing it. So congratulations. We talked about it. There's doing business is great, but to be able to do business to give back in many different ways for those less fortunate, that's very special. So kudos,
and
man.
inflation. I mean, looks like maybe we're getting on the other side of it possibly, but like it's been so crazy in the past year, right? So, I mean, just because the cost of eggs doubles doesn't mean if you're on food stamps or something, doesn't mean that doubles.
Right. They don't give you more.
So
yeah, exactly.
There's gaps, or you don't get double the salary. I mean, so there's a tremendous amount of need out there, and food insecurity just really shouldn't be an issue in a city like Aurora. So we hope we're doing a little bit towards it, and hopefully we're able to do more going forward.
Awesome. The time is 8:11 a.m. You're listening to and watching Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. This is the first time I've been like on the camera with the whole guests and everything too. I was telling my dear friends here, it feels like we're on the school board. We're like judges or something. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. I could get used to this. We could do more.
Should we start talking about our book ban list or something like that? Is that what happens?
We will
at school
not
boards?
be reading Chillicothe manuals anymore, ladies and gentlemen. All right, the time is 8:12. As I mentioned, you guys, I'm going to go to a brief commercial and tell these wonderful people about some of the great stuff that's going on here locally that they're going to need to know about. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Curtis, can you tell us about art in the city? To which I would reply, yes, I can do that. But more so than telling you about art, you need to take part in the art. You need to pick up a paintbrush. You need to get a dish, one that you're not going to eat out of anymore, and pour it with paint and fill it up. And you need to do all these great craft activities that are going on because A, they enhance the creativity in our city, but B, you feel good when you do it. You know how good it feels to create? Let's try creating, ladies and gentlemen. Sunday, June 25th from noon to 6 p.m. is going to be the community painting party by Aurora Public Art, and it's going to be Aurora's first asphalt art mural. The design is by Chicago muralist Andy Belomo to be on display for 1 year. The public is invited to paint in the shapes on the street surface. There's going to be live DJs, local retailers and restaurants, additional family activities, and it's going to be at the intersection of Stolp and Downer. The meetup is going to be at the Pierce Art and History Center, 20 East Downer Place in Aurora. And it's going to be Sunday, June 25th from noon to 6 p.m. Do not forget about that. I don't want to hear none of y'all, I didn't know about it. It's because you're not listening to Good Morning Aurora, dog. Okay, next, don't miss the chance to see the iconic classic rock band Styx take stage at downtown Aurora's River Edge Park on Tuesday, July 11th at 8 p.m. Tickets are $50. A limited number of 50th anniversary VIP tour packages are also available for $179, including 15-minute early access to the park, one general admission ticket, and a long list of Styx 50th anniversary swag. 50th.
Well, we turning up on a Tuesday?
Right? What? Boss, like, why didn't you come in yesterday? You ever heard of Styx, man? I was backstage at River Edge Park. I don't need this job. Okay. No. Don't say that when you go to work. Don't do that. I don't.
I take that back.
Right? Exactly. Y'all still hiring at Burger King? All right. Valeria Loera is here. Good morning to you, Valeria. And Tracy Durant, good morning as well. Last but not least, 4-show subscriptions are $56 for the Broadway series at the Paramount, 2023 to 24. Little Shop of Horrors, Roald Dahl's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Billy Elliot, the musical, and Beautiful, the Carol King musical are all coming up. Fantastic shows at a fantastic location for a fantastic price, $56. You can't beat it. The time is 8:15 a.m. So,
Have you seen Little Shop of Horrors?
not on Broadway or in theater.
I watched it when it was a new release movie with Rick Moranis.
That's my movie now. Yeah, that is my movie. I love that movie.
I remember with my older brother, like in the mall, like just went to the movie theater and watched that and like King Kong Lives or something like that. This was like hardcore 80s.
Orange Scrivello, right? I am your dentist. Wendy, you ever seen that movie?
No, but sing more.
No. Actually, that was one of our trivia questions not that long ago. The name of the doctor who the dentist who sang that, Orange Scrivello, played by what is his name? Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Steve Martin?
Steve Martin, yes, played by Steve Martin. Great movie. So we talked about some of the fan favorites in the store in Endiro. How do you guys come up with the the coffees and the delights and everything like that? Are you guys making those in-house? You take suggestions from some of the people who say, I'd like to see a peanut butter thing with some cherries on top. How does that work?
Well, a couple of years, when I first worked there, we used to have specials of the month.
Okay.
So we used to try to come up with a new drink or a food item to add to our menu just for the month.
Like that.
Right now, we're doing them for like First Friday. We have like special drinks for that day.
Okay.
So,
Very
but
cool.
yeah, Cody's the one that comes up with a lot of the food items.
Okay.
And now that myself and my assistant manager are helping him come up with new items to add to the menu since we're changing it so often now.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, it's really become a collaborative process over the years. Like at first it was just, one or two of us come up with all the ideas. But yeah, now we, Wendy and Arnie are good creative thinkers in the culinary field. And then we have quite a few barista coffee types that are coming up with ideas. So it's pretty cool. We have a huge now kind of repertoire of ideas that we can bring in or bring out, and then we see how customers respond to them.
Right.
But we never go and look at what Starbucks is doing or what somebody else is doing and try to imitate them.
Amen to that.
Though they may be doing that to us.
Right. Be original. No, I think that you bring up an interesting. See, I don't do Starbucks.
Oh,
Let me
just
take that.
Dunkin'.
They got a
Just
great.
high. Yeah, get snobby. Lean into that.
Right. $3 coffee. What you talking about, dog? Well done. No, I see it sometimes. So Starbucks has a scone that every now and then, blueberry scone. I've been partial to the blueberry scone. But when you go to Starbucks, you see a little bit more They're known as just the corporate-ism, and it's been through it all the way. I can tell when it seems like, right, they saw something and somebody got the gumption to try to copy that and imitate it, because it does seem a little bit more free and unencumbered than all of the rest of their just standard cookie cutter stuff. But at the same time, though, too, I do support, with the exception of Dunkin' that I get because it's by my house on the way here. I do support the local coffee shop, man. So, I've been through the doors of Endiro. I'd have Endiro over Dunkin' any day. What y'all need to do is move over there by Claim Street on the east side, so that way I can just walk. That would be cool. Man, if you guys were like in the hood, right, the neighborhood, that'd be awesome. But anyway, I can ride my bike down there. I can ride my bike down there to see you guys very soon.
Those big corporations, they have the advantage of having test kitchens and stuff where they can continually test recipes and stuff, and they can when you have thousands of locations, you can just roll something out in a small area, test it, see how it goes, and then if it does well, roll it out nationwide. You can do things like that. I mean, we can't really do that as a small company,
right?
But there's nothing wrong with that process. I mean, maybe we'll be a big company one day. I mean, that's got to be my next goal, right? To be.
You will be. You will be.
What did we win? Business Excellence Award. We need to win the large size business.
Right.
Next.
That's next.
But I have to have 100 employees for that. So
we're going to claim that.
Yes.
You will. You will have 100 employees.
Yeah. I need to hire about 70 more, 72.
Hey, baby steps.
We're hiring, guys.
We'll get there.
And you have the roastery.
We do.
How's that going?
It's going well. We've, you nerd out about shipping. We've had some supply chain challenges. We have most of our harvest is sitting in Uganda right now. We're waiting to be able to get that cleared and bring it over. But, we're doing good. I think we're in that facility on River Street. It's about 5,000 square foot. It looks like we'll be outgrowing that.
Across from the Jimmy John's right there, right?
Yes,
okay.
Across from Jimmy John's. Yeah. But I think we're about to outgrow that. So, maybe next year we'll be looking at a new facility somewhere in town.
Okay.
So we want to try to stay in Aurora if at all possible, and maybe rehab some other big, huge building. But that's where we're going.
All right. Well, we look forward to you guys being a large business next, man.
Yes.
That'll be nothing but growth. Nothing but growth. It's very impressive. So congratulations. I think I told you in our first episode, I used to live over there, right across the street from there. And I remember when there was no Endiro. I remember when that building was just nothing. And I used to work in Chicago at that time. So I would catch the 6:27 a.m. train. So I was at the crib every day by 6. And I remember seeing some work early in the morning in there, and slowly but surely, and then bam, Endiro Coffee. And I was like, wow, this is really nice. It made the street it brought a whole lot of life over there. There was no Usamba at that time too, so all that was dead, and you guys really, really changed that area. So kudos to you.
Yeah, now it's Alice's. Have you been to Alice's over there?
The Bolivian restaurant. Yes, Alice's Corner. Ooh.
It's really delicious.
Ooh, Lord.
Yeah.
Don't get me started. The mofongo, it's all good in there.
You said it,
All
not
over.
me.
Yeah, it's all good in there. It's the empanadas. God, it's so good. Yeah.
Those stuffed yuccas with cheese.
I never been a yucca dude. I never been a yucca dude.
You have to try them.
Okay.
They're really good.
My brother will holler at them. I'll holler at them. Good morning to all of you guys who are just tuning in. Tracy Duran, good to see you as well. Valeria Loera once again. And good morning right back to you, Matthew Rainey as well. So when we talk about what it takes to do business in the city, how hard has it been to stay ahead of the game, ahead of the curve with all the changes that have been taking place? You came to the team during the pandemic. You guys were around before the pandemic. So talk about, steering the ship through such a turbulent time and being able to still be here. As we talked about, a lot of restaurants had to close up and went away permanently. So talk about working with the city and what it takes and what that process has been like. This show started during the pandemic. So the pandemic time is really, really important to us.
And that was hard. That was, I know everybody has their own struggle story about COVID, but yeah, before the pandemic, there was plenty of nights from like when we opened in 2017 until, up through 2018, 2019, there were plenty of days and nights where I thought, we're not going to make it. And that's before the pandemic.
Right.
So there was never a point where we were like, okay, smooth sailing, we've paid our debts, we're making money, all this stuff. It has been a struggle since day one. And then the pandemic hit and you're like, are you serious?
Right.
Is this really happening right now? We're doing this?
Right.
We're shutting things down?
Yeah.
We're
raining on my own parade.
Yeah, it was very, it was like a boring apocalyptic movie for a while, just like, and then it was, restaurants, of course, were among the hardest hit during that time. But so I don't know, honestly, how we got through it. It was very difficult. Took a big toll on my own mental health. We lost really, really great employees during that time, but we gained some new people that, like Wendy, who have been amazing employees as well. But yeah, I don't know. I see other businesses struggle that have struggled through it, and they're very similar struggles. I don't know that I can point to something that we did that they didn't do that made the difference. Mm-hmm. Maybe people wish that I could just tell them what that secret was. But I don't know what it was. I know the things that I did are probably very ill-advised, like taking out loan after loan after loan after loan
right.
after loan. Loans on top of loans, refinancing loans with other worse loans. So building just significant amounts of debt. But then also, like, every time I heard of any kind of relief program, any kind of government relief, anything, I just killed myself chasing after it,
Mm-hmm.
Writing those applications, calling people up, like following up. And we didn't get everything that was available, but we got enough aid and loans, and then somewhere in the middle of that, luck also plays a role. Like that's just that kind of mystery variable in business, is that there's always going to be luck, whether it's bad luck or good luck, there's going to be luck. And the question is not whether or not you have it, it's what you do with it when
right.
it comes along.
Right.
So we had things that kind of unfolded for us with a large client that came along and wanted to buy a whole lot of coffee. And and you guys can find us in all the Trader Joe's in the Midwest now. And that all happened during that pandemic. When they first were inquiring about making that purchase, we had no ability to even roast that much coffee. So it was lucky, but we had to respond to that purchase inquiry with a lot of strategy, and then pulling together team members who had no prior experience in sales or even coffee roasting, and make it happen. But somehow all of that has worked together, and we're still here, and things are not perfect right now. They're still pretty tight right now, but we're looking. I'd say that we see the light at the end of the tunnel right now, and I think we're about to reach that tipping point as a company, where we'll be able to really make a big big splash in the U.S. market and beyond.
Okay, well, good. Well, good. We wish you guys the best of luck. Congratulations on the Trader Joe's acquisition.
Thank you. But we acquired Trader Joe's. That's right. That would be.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah.
For legal reasons. Hold on. What did he just say?
It was cheaper than I thought it'd be. Yeah. But in the midst of that, at one point, I think around 20 was when Wendy became the manager. What year was it? 2021. 2022, I can't remember, that I said, okay, we got to start working on our sales goals again, because we were for a while just really treading water through the pandemic, and it was just, can we do $100 today or something like that?
Right.
It was just silly numbers. And then at a certain point, I just put on her and her team, like, okay, we've got to get those sales back to where they were before the pandemic started. And so she was the one that navigated us through that and got us back there. And now we're just a bit ahead of where we were before the pandemic. So that's really good.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Glad to hear it, you guys. So how can we, besides us just coming into, buy coffee and purchase things, how can we and the listeners help you guys?
Wendy,
what can we do for you? We like to give back to our peeps.
I think one of the things that I would like to see is more people coming and actually donating to the community fridge.
Okay.
That is giving back to our community. I feel like there is a good crowd of people that actually come and donate, but I would like to see even more people. Not so much, because we have great coffee and you can get a coffee there.
Right.
But, just because you get to meet so many people. Like I said, I've lived here for 20 years now, and since I started working there at Endiro, I've met more people from my community than ever before.
Okay. Very special. So more people need to donate to the community fridge.
Yeah.
Located underneath the top walkway of the...
Yep, right by the river.
Yeah, right by the river. So, yeah, absolutely. Sunday mornings, when I used to live downtown, I really liked going to Endiro. I don't live across the street anymore, but I think I'm going to start taking some bike rides down there and enjoying, because that was a nice thing to do. Sunday around like 10 or 11, that downstairs, the patio, sitting outside, right as the bike path does that little curve right there. It was a really nice morning delight. So
yeah, and cool. Then the trees, and then just seeing the water. It's always peaceful for me going in there early in the mornings before we even open. Just taking it all in.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. You're gonna say something, Cody?
I was just gonna say. I mean, I like you mentioned, what the public can do and coming and supporting the business by eating there and getting coffee from us and stuff. I just want to acknowledge that Aurora has been doing that, and that ultimately is why we still exist, is that when we said, okay, we need to get back to our pre-pandemic sales numbers, yes, our team worked really hard to make that happen, but you guys came, and I mean, I get shocked still sometimes when I'll just pop in at some point, and sometimes it's, there's still dead spots and stuff during the week, but I'll pop in sometimes and it's just like full, of people, and I can't even find a seat, and I almost get a little annoyed because I'm like, oh, I can't, sit down here and have a coffee because there's no empty tables. So, I mean, and I think Saturday we were like ridiculously busy, like way over busy, which, by the way, guys, we don't have like that sign that says, please wait to be seated, and a hostess and whatever, like all the other big restaurants. So we just chill sometimes, because sometimes it's like, if we're full, it's going to take some time, but you guys keep coming, you keep supporting. Sometimes we get your order wrong. Sometimes your coffee is not hot or something like that. It happens, but you keep coming back, you keep supporting us. And the thing I love the most about Endiro, this Endiro location in Aurora, is that it always looks like the city, like the people that are in the room, that are sitting down eating and meeting and having business meetings and having first dates and studying together and having little Bible study groups and whatever. I mean, the people that are in there, they just look like the town. They are like a great representation of the actual demographics of our city. We don't filter out, I mean, of course nobody probably no, well, probably somebody. We don't intentionally try to filter anybody, and a lot of people don't intentionally try to filter anybody. What we do intentionally try to be the coffee house for the city, and I love seeing that. I love that, our staff is very bilingual now, which Wendy has led. I mean, both of our managers actually are bilingual. So, we see the Hispanic community coming in. We see the African American community. We see everybody. It's great. It's wonderful.
And it's crazy how every day you see new people, or they're like, "Oh yeah, we heard of you guys," or somebody recommended you guys. And I'm like, yes.
Yeah, it's a good feeling. To the appearance, yeah, you're right. So I have a great friend named Marianne Renner, and we've had a lot of chop up business meetings there at Endiro. And you go in and you just pan the crowd, and it's the most colorful, dynamic thing you ever seen in the world. And it's all interspersed, right? There's not just sections and clumps of people all doing the same. It's really well. It's represented really well inside of there too. I think the thing that people get out of Endiro that a lot of these other places are not giving them is it's kind of like a teacher with a smaller class. You're able to pay more attention to your students and be a little bit more intimate with them than just a large class, one professor, and it's the whole thing, right? Get them in, get them out, get them in, get them out, get them in, get them out. That's the difference that I think that I like about Endiro, because when I sit at the tall top tables in Endiro, like, you're never too far away from the waiter or whoever it is coming by to ask you, like, is it good? It's like, yeah, man, it's right. Like, oh, they care. Oh, damn. Like, he wasn't just going to let me drink it and get the heck out of here. Like, he wants to know if I'm enjoying it. Like, all right.
And I think that's a big part of having an open concept kitchen, that also, the cooks get to see when their food goes out that somebody's actually enjoying it.
Right. The look on their face when they bite it. Like, is he going to like it?
Exactly. Like,
well, that does happen in restaurants. I mean, it's an intentional design for this, is to have an open concept. I mean, we wanted to have that. I mean, that goes back to my Waffle House days. I think we mentioned that last year.
Yes, we did.
That I was a Waffle House cook for many years.
Yeah.
But I mean, Waffle House is, it's an acquired taste, but I like Waffle House. But Waffle House has that open concept kitchen, so you see kind of everybody, for better or worse. You see it all, and I wanted that same setup when we designed the shop here in Aurora, so that there wouldn't be a back of the house, front of the house division, and there's not, and that was a very intentional thing. When you have back of the house, a lot of negative things can start to develop back there. A culture of, a culture separate
from
and a lot of people. I mean, a lot of times when you hear of issues like really bad abuse issues or whatever happening in the restaurant industry, a lot of times it happens in the back of the house, because people are not. You can't see what's going on there, And then a lot of times, unfortunately, the Spanish speakers get pushed into the back of the house jobs.
Yep.
It's like, well, you don't speak English, so just go back there.
Yeah. Just stay out the way.
Cook. And I just never wanted to have that. So we've, it's nice to see that even if, we do have employees that started with us who only spoke Spanish, who can't hide in the back, and they're there and they have to engage customers, and it's cool. Even one of them now has a coffee themed motorcycle that I just saw this morning.
Coffee cycle.
Yeah. And it's kind of crazy, but he's far cooler.
It runs on decaf, y'all. All right, 8:37 is the time. Our dear friend Addie is here, and she says, "Love Endiro." Addie, thank you very, very much for that. We appreciate that. Addie is a fantastic person. She works for the Alive Center here in Aurora, located on LaSalle Street. A fantastic organization doing so much for the young people in Aurora with free drop-in hours and activities and teen advisory boards and all kind of great things to help develop young character and spirit. So get to know the Alive Aurora team by checking them out here on Good Morning Aurora all the time. We always support what they do. Document the Abuses here. Good morning to you, Olinda De Hoyos. Hope I said your name right, gal. Olinda De Hoyos. Maria Chorito is here. Good morning. Right back to you, Valerie Trainum and Donna Phil. Good morning to all of you great people. Okay, I got a couple more local pieces of news to tell you guys about, and then we're going to get back to talking about coffee, panini, bread, open kitchen.
Aurora cheesesteak.
Aurora cheese. What?
Yes.
Come on, Curtis.
Y'all got cheesesteaks?
Yes, we do.
I didn't know that.
That's a legend.
It's another fan favorite.
Oh, my goodness. I got to go get the cheesesteak. I didn't know
I
that.
don't think Curtis has ever been to Endiro.
Stop. 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 I don't, the thing is, yeah, when you move away, when you move out your area, you don't go to the same places anymore, and it's, yeah, I just don't, man. I really just don't. When we were downtown at the TV studio, used to always go to Treadwell when I was there, but, when we started coming here, stopped going to Treadwell, but I'm coming for the cheesesteak. I will come for that. Okay, check this out, ladies and gentlemen. When REO Speedwagon played a sold-out show at River Edge Park in 2021, the city gave the iconic band a key to the city. This Labor Day weekend, the Illinois Rock and Roll Hall of Famers will use that key to unlock another amazing REO Speedwagon live show Saturday, September 2nd at 8 p.m. at River Edge Park. Tickets are on sale. All tickets are $50. Man, you can see a great show for just $50. And there's a lot of other great concerts that are taking place as well. So get ready for the Troubadour Project, an iconic 70s rock classic band, Saturday, June 24th. Hollywood Nights, the Bob Seger Experience, Friday, July 28th. Staying Alive, One Night of the Bee Gees is Saturday,
What?
August 5th. Yeah.
Like the actual Bee Gees.
Yeah, that's them. Yeah, look at them.
Really?
Yeah, looking all. Well,
I don't know if
I want to
look
get.
at them.
No, you're right. I want
to listen to
I'm trying to get
music.
to the show. I'm not gonna say nothing. Is that to do with the funny comments and the glasses? Yeah, security. That's Saturday, August 5th, and then Get the Lead Out, a celebration of the mighty Zepp, is Friday, August 18th. So get ready for that, guys. All right, and then next, I have to tell you guys about the Think Cafe, presented by the Aurora Youth Council. You can be the change. This is for youth 16 to 24. The Think Cafes are community engagement events in partnership with the Aurora Youth Council to capture opinions and ideas from Aurora's young adults. The topics are public service, community resources, the future of work, feeling connected and supported as well. Data collected at the forums will be used to create solutions together with young residents and the Aurora Youth Council. They need your ideas. I have the flyer of this with the embedded QR code. The flyer is in English and Spanish. We will post both of these on Good Morning Aurora and Buenos Dias Aurora as well. The time is 8:41 a.m.
I'm just going to put it out there that I want a key to the city too.
I do too, right?
Or just
what some brothers got to do, right?
Or just the mayor's keys.
Yeah,
I mean,
even
his
his
keychain,
right?
That'd be fine.
Yeah. Mr. Irvin, can we just get them keys?
Right.
That one, the blue one
on,
right
bro.
there. Yeah. Yeah. How do you get a key to the city?
I don't know. I just want one.
Yeah. I was under the impression that you had to do like a Bart Grometer is here. Good morning, Bart Grometer.
Bart, do you know where the keys are? How do we?
Right. No, he don't know where the keys are. He's
Bart.
I thought that you had to do like something incredible, like save a life in a city or something like that. But mayors and all through American history have awarded keys to the city for many different things. Bands, artists, famous people, poets, and all kinds of things. So hopefully we can get a key to the city one day, right?
All right.
That would be
How
really
much is
cool.
it going to cost? Just tell me. Oh.
Make some good. One of them cheesesteaks.
Damn.
If I was mayor, like, bruh, bring me a number 3. You want this key? All right. The time is 8:42 a.m. So, as we start to wrap up, I'd like to do some food pairing. Okay. Food pairing. What's a good coffee or a good drink and a good pastry or something to eat? What's a good combination that people should check out when they go to Endiro? What's a good drink and a good combination?
What do you think is the most
the 1-2
popular
punch.
thing that you see.
I think in the mornings, it's definitely the JJ skirt and eggs and our house coffee.
JJ skirt and eggs? Skirt steak.
Skirt steak.
Oh, God. Lord, y'all. JJ skirt and eggs. Who's JJ?
Jeremy Jensen actually is JJ.
Okay.
Jeremy is one of our silent partners and contractor. So he builds and fixes things for us. And
Nice.
Yeah, so-
Deserves his own meal. Good.
yeah, he did a lot of work for us at the opening that never charged me for and stuff, and it was really good guy. So I thought,
Yeah.
name it.
Nice. Those are the kind of talking about the luck in business, talking about the help in business. That's what you need.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you need. The man who really gave us a big amount of help when we started doing this show was my dear friend Bob Lockwood. He gave me a camcorder, which to him, he was a wedding photographer and videographer for 25 years ago. I had nothing. He gave me what for him was his lowest, right? Hey, take it. And here we are. You know what I'm saying? That's how it all started.
Those people, I mean, you have those people in your life. There are several stories that come to mind immediately, but I mean, I remember back when I was like 19 and I was just starting off in my career in oh gosh, this is going to be a different path, but ministry, and I was starting at a church.
We talked about that. Yeah, I remember.
And they were paying me $25 a week to be their music and youth pastor, and man, I didn't have any money at all, and I needed tires. And one day I showed up, I saw my car had new tires on it, and the pastor, who also didn't make anything, had just put new tires on my car, and man, I was barely making. I was working Waffle House, going to school full time, trying to do that job, and I could not make ends meet at all. And those things happen at key moments, and you can't. When it's happening, it always seems like it's too slow. You always think, God's timing is not quite right until after. You look back, and it worked out. It was,
Absolutely.
it was right. So. There's a few things I still think about that I think could have been different timing, but we'll talk about that when I get to heaven, I guess.
Yeah, for real. Right. Then we'll get to ask.
Yeah.
Can I ask you one question, guy?
Why?
Remember on June 3rd? What was up with that? What did I do? JJ skirt and eggs.
Yeah, that's actually perfect, because just black coffee, JJ skirt and eggs.
It's a good American
That's pretty
meal.
magical right there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Got to come check it out. And the cheese steak. All right. What's the name of the cheese? What is it?
The Aurora cheesesteak.
Aurora cheesesteak. Okay. All right. I'm gonna come in there and try it out.
Yeah. We invented that as a way to honor this city. Now we run it actually in our Uganda locations too, but we still call it the Aurora cheesesteak there as well. But it's very Aurora. It's the one thing when you have so many people try to do a Philly cheesesteak, and it's but this is not Philadelphia, so let's do something Aurora. So we use arrachera, which is a very good Auroran thing. You get a lot of great restaurants around here. We use cheese curds, which represents the big fat white people of Aurora, like myself.
We're included.
Exactly. Some hot giardinara on there too, which is
for the Italians,
very
right?
Chicagolandy, you know. And then it's on a nice locally made Toronto bun. It's a great sandwich.
Okay, yeah. I like it. I'll be in there to check that out too. Josue Pais, good morning to you. Cindy Morales is here. Good morning.
Hey,
Norma Peterson. Bob is such an awesome guy. Yes, that's how I met you, Norma Peterson. Same exact way. Stephen Hendry is here. Jen Ingram and Betty Patesh Weaver. So many of you great people are here.
I got a question that's come from Uganda.
A question from Uganda? We'll take some questions from Uganda. What's up? What's the question?
The question is about sustainability in coffee. So, and it was two-part. One, they were asking about their experience was that in Uganda, our coffee seems a little, they said uptown. I'm going to interpret that as meaning a little stuffy or maybe highfalutin. And they were talking about the need to build more coffee consumption along the value chain. So we agree with that. We understand that.
Yeah.
Our coffee is actually we're trying to work on. So be patient with us. I mean, one is we've got to establish a business that works, right?
Mm-hmm.
So a part of that is, some of the price points that you set and things, they've got to be at a certain place in order to be profitable, right? So you have to be, you guys in Uganda, you have to be patient about some of that stuff. But also we're looking at something that, Henry Ford did a lot of things wrong, but one of the things that he did that was very interesting and right was that he wanted to get his employees to the point where they could afford to purchase the things that they were making.
Right.
And he succeeded in doing that. And that was probably the most revolutionary business concept that he came up with.
Right.
So we are trying to do that in Uganda. So for you guys in Aurora, that you may not understand that, but the gap between the haves and have-nots in Uganda is just massive. You can't even possibly relate to that.
Right.
So usually somebody who has a job as a barista or a cook can't afford to buy the food that they're actually cooking.
Right.
So it's going to take time to get there, but we have been working on that for several years, and we're going to continue to work on that. So thanks for kind of holding our feet to the fire. Please continue to do so. But
thank you, Endiro Uganda.
But then the other thing they were mentioning is about sustainability in the coffee industry, and that is a real issue. And I don't know how exactly to address it, because you just asked about addressing sustainability, but I will say that most coffee being grown today is being grown in a way that is completely unsustainable. And then by 2050, most experts believe that about 50% of all coffee lands that are now suitable for growing good coffee will no longer be suitable for that.
Oh my goodness.
So if you like bad coffee, you should be fine. But if you like good coffee, you should be worried, and you should be asking deeper questions and not just trusting the labels, just trusting the sort of self-reporting. Look for third-party analysis on the coffee companies that you're supporting. That's why we work with the B Labs that does B Corps certification, because it's a third party that has to evaluate and verify everything that we are claiming about our coffee and our sustainability. So it's a big issue. We thank you for that. You should be seeing some new Endiro retail coffee packaging coming out in the next 6 months, we hope, that is completely sustainable packaging. So look for that. We'll have more to say about that soon, but we're working on everything from tree to cup to make sure that the process is 100% sustainable, net zero, and beyond. So,
and with that, it deserved a cheer. All right, the time is 8:50. Addie says, my now husband and I had our first date there at Endiro. Oh,
that's
that's
awesome.
How cute is that?
Were you guys the ones that came in and just got married just suddenly? Because somebody did that
we
this
did.
year too.
Somebody got married in Endiro?
Yeah, they didn't
Really?
ask. They just showed up and had the priest with them, and it just was like, yeah, okay.
You're like, what's going on here?
Are we interrupting something?
Nice. Very cool. Well, Endiro's a place you guys can get married, so go there and propose to your loved one. Josue Pais has a cup emoji thing going on there. Yes, she said, yeah.
My goodness.
Oh, really?
That was, yeah. Holy cow.
That was fun. I saw.
See, a community show. That's what makes me proud. I'm proud.
They
Absolutely.
sent me a screenshot of the security video or something of that happening, and I was like, what the heck? But it was cool. I was glad. I was really glad that you didn't ask, because if you had asked, we probably would have had been like, no, can't do that.
Right.
But that you didn't ask and you just came in.
And did it?
Maybe I shouldn't be saying this. But
No, do it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I do say that to the staff sometimes. Just do things and ask for forgiveness.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just do it. Jump out. That's one of the problems with the world, right? You always got to check the box and make sure and blah, blah, blah. Look, sometimes to have that luck that you were talking about too when it comes to business, you can't be careful all the time. You can't be careful. The time is 8:52. All right. So, what are the hours of Endiro, Wendy?
Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Okay.
And right now our Sundays are 10 to 6 p.m.
10 to 6 p.m. on Sundays.
I'll give you guys just a little heads up. we are strongly considering closing on Tuesday evenings. And I want to explain the reason. The reason is not what you would think. I mean, a lot of businesses will close early on weekday nights because there's not a lot going on in downtown Aurora, but that's not the reason. We wanted to pick a day to emphasize training and development for our staff, our teams. So to close the store on Tuesday nights and like pay our team to still be there and to have, you know, some fun activities, to have like training activities, to keep building them up. We just want to invest more time. So that's a big, important piece, and we haven't been able to do that as much kind of since pandemic days. So that's something that may be coming soon. So don't get mad. But if you come on Tuesday and it's closed, but if you do come on Tuesday and it's closed, we're going to try to have something for you. Like maybe it's going to be like a secret coupon or just taped to the door, or like recommendations on other great restaurants in town that we like.
For the QR code.
There you go. Yeah.
Nice. Feeling that. Okay, the time is 8:53. So when are you guys going to have the Bang Bang Chicken again? Each time I go, you don't have it.
Oh, we have it.
Oh, y'all got it?
Oh, we got it.
Hey, Josue, you heard it right here.
Show up right now. We have some on stock.
Okay, all right, there you
It's one
go.
of our most popular items. So
That one
we
sells
have
out
them.
fast.
Yeah, we have the Bang Bang Machomo, which is our breakfast. Has waffles, eggs, and the Bang Bang chicken. And then we also have the sub. So it does sell.
Oh, Lord, there you go.
You
Look.
see how small our kitchen is, guys. So sometimes it's hard to prep as much food as you guys eat. So it's, you know,
Especially
Get
with
there
like
early and
crazy days like a Saturday.
Right.
It's unbelievable.
Nutty. Okay, all right. Josue says, okay, I'm rolling up today. Yeah,
Do
do
it.
that.
I'll see you there.
Do that, big dog. Do that. All right. I'm glad we were able to connect a hungry person with some food. See, the community fridge is still going on one way or another. All right. So the time is 8:54 a.m. So the show ends on a well. First of all, congratulations again on winning the medium-sized business Business Excellence Award from the Aurora Regional Chamber of Commerce. And thank you very much to the Chamber for all that you guys do. Consider being a member of the Chamber. They do a whole lot for businesses here in the city of Aurora. Next year, right? Fingers crossed. Large. I mean, it's going to be a lot of hiring.
I'm going to give myself 2 years at least.
2 years,
to
right?
Get there, but that's a good goal, I think, to grow. And I love that the Chamber measures your sort of size based on the jobs you create,
Right.
As the primary focus. So, because you can just drive revenue and not create jobs, but we're gonna make that a goal. So, 100 employees in Aurora, let's say by 2025, we'll make that our goal.
All right.
And hopefully none of my roastery staff is listening to this because they will be freaking out. But can I just add, like, just to say again on air, congratulations to Wendy for winning the General Manager of the Year in the Independence category in the United States by Restaurant Business Magazine and National Restaurant Association. It's a huge award, and 3 winners, one from Colorado, one from South Carolina, and one from right here in Aurora.
All right.
And so it's a big deal. We appreciate that.
Bringing it home.
That's what's up. What's up? Congratulations, Wendy. Much appreciated. Okay. Josue Pais, round of applause for you guys. Great job, Endiro. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. Oh, wait. No, hold on. The show ends on a positive note. What is your message today for the people of Aurora? Wendy, we can start with you.
Oh my goodness. I think starting with saying hello to somebody new. It's always, you don't know what's going on in somebody's life, and just having somebody say hello and seeing that you're there, it always helps somebody.
All right. Well said. Well said.
That's good.
Cody?
Brew all the good you can. Yeah, that's our motto, but it's also kind of a life. I don't know if it's my life vision or obsession or mental health disorder, but yeah, it's that's a big for us to see all the ways in which you can do all the good you can, and all the ways you can, and all the places you can, to all the people you can, at all the times you can, as long as you can. That's my message.
Amen to that. I want to say thank you very much as well for the great mug here that Cody gave me, and the hoodie as well. This hoodie is the one that Cody is wearing. Right there. Be all the good you can. Brew all the good you can.
This painting was by a street artist in Uganda named Gam Massa. You can find him on Instagram too, at GAMMASSA, Gam Massa.
Gam Massa.
Artist. We have his other paintings hanging in the shop right now.
Yeah, come check them out. We have a lot of his paintings. So beautiful.
Word up. Okay. And follow you guys on Instagram too, on the gram, on Facebook, and all of the great places on social media. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for watching. This was a fantastic episode this morning. Jose Art, good morning to you. Brew all the good, that's dope. Cheryl Brownell, good morning to you as well. We hope that you guys have a fantastic day, a blessed and helpful day. Take the advice that our dear friends here said and brew all the good that you can. Until Friday, Buenos Dias, Aurora returns tomorrow with another great interview and episode, so we look forward to that. We will see you guys on Friday. Take care of yourself and each other.